Hello? Oh, I hear myself now. And I don't want to hear myself. But that means you guys can probably hear me. Is this a sign Saturday's not a good day? If you can't handle a little challenges, maybe your life's too soft. And I wish I knew. Oh, I wish I could understand what you wrote there, Heike. You can understand me. Hopefully. Now that we've got that all done, and this is kind of disappointing. I've nattered on a couple times now about little things, and it's like, I'm not going to repeat those. It feels silly. So we're going to just carry on, folks. Let me double check things in the studio software. I don't know if I can adjust. Maybe the gain's a little bright here. It almost feels like I'm in a fog. Maybe that's a little better. And I don't like to be in a fog. It's a beautiful clear sky outside today. But last week, if we can just jump in since we're almost 20 minutes late. Last week, there were 3 requests that we didn't get to do. And so I thought we'd just carry on today. Keenan, I can't remember if you shared who made the requests. I was looking at the email here right now and I don't see it. But for some reason I thought you did say that somewhere else. Unless it was our Skype chat. Oh well. It's more about the songs. I just like to mention people's names if just to put a name to the request so you know it's someone really did request it. It wasn't just me. Yes, last week there were 3 songs. There was Trusting Jesus, In My Heart, and Oh How He Loves You and Me. And so maybe we'll just jump right in on that. Excuse me. Oh, I've got my folder mixed up here. So yeah, we'll start with Trusting Jesus. And okay, Kai, Keenan's brother, requested Trusting Jesus. Okay, well that's one person. Okay, let's see if we can bring this up. I'll just check my key on the piano. Usually down my 3 semitones. Look if that's the right song on the computer part. Fancy that? It is. So we should be good.
Trusting every day, trusting through a stormy way, even when my faith is small, trusting Jesus, that is all, trusting as the moments fly, trusting as the days go by, trusting Him, whatever befall, trusting Jesus, that is all. Brightly doth the Spirit shine into this poor heart of mine, while He leads I cannot fall, trusting Jesus, singing if my way is clear, praying if the path be drear, if in danger for him call, trusting Jesus, that is all. Trusting as the moments fly, trusting as the days go by, trusting in whate'er befall, trusting Jesus, that is all. Trusting him while life shall last, trusting him till earth be past, till within the jasper wall, trusting Jesus, that is all. Trusting as the moments fly, trusting as the days go by, trusting in whate'er befall, trusting Jesus, that is all.
I was just thinking on that last line when it says till within the jasper wall. Boy, there's some images of heaven. Well, not some. I mean, what few references we may have from scripture. So all references that just in my mind are like, what will that really look like? What's it, within the jasper wall? What will that look like? Pretty amazing, I suspect. Just have to wait. I started my tea brewing. This is a lesson to myself. I try to remember sometimes the same batch of tea can be different tasting, sometimes better, sometimes worse. And often when I forget to time myself on the brew, I shouldn't be surprised when it doesn't taste like it did last time. So hang in there. I'll be right back. Now I have a blowing nose graphic. Now I'm going to need a getting my tea graphic. Be right back. Okay, there we go. New cup of tea. First cup this morning was green tea. Really like that stuff. Just feels good. Although I probably should have stuck to it. I quite enjoy drinks, coffee, tea with cream in them. But dairy is not very friendly on the voice. And I should learn my lesson. But I enjoy the taste so much. And it feels so good morning-y. Now, on to, I'm sure I've been missing something in the chat. Okay, next one that I mentioned was In My Heart There Rings a Melody. I like that. I like this song. Hopefully I got it right there. Don't know if y'all know this one, In My Heart. Oh, I just have a JPEG this morning. Well, that's just fine. That works too, as long as I can zoom in. I think, did you mention this was a new one to you, Keenan? I thought you did. Chris Shelton requested this one. Are you here today, Chris? Maybe you weren't able to make it. I think I saw in the YouTube chat that I actually can see participants. Oh, new to the library. Okay, okay, never mind. Just, it was new to the library. To our library, that is. Okay. Well, that's odd. I go up here in the chat and look at participants, and it's just got 5 people, including myself. I'm seeing more people than that commenting. Oh well. Let's carry on. I hope this works. I love playing this one, or sorry, doing this one. It's just sometimes it's one of those trickier ones to play, but it's a good get you going in the day, I think. Is this a good key? Sure, we'll go. It's a melody.
I have a song that Jesus gave me. It was sent from heaven above. There never was a sweeter melody. 'Tis a melody of love. In my heart there rings a melody. There rings a melody with heaven's harmony. In my heart there rings a melody. There rings a melody of love. I love the Christ who died on Calvary, for he washed my sins away. He put within my heart a melody, and I know it's there to stay. In my heart there rings a melody. There rings a melody with heaven's harmony. In my heart there rings a melody. There rings a melody of love. 'Twill be my endless theme in glory. With the angels I will sing. 'Twill be a song with glorious harmony when the chords of heaven ring. In my heart there rings a melody. There rings a melody with heaven's harmony. In my heart there rings a melody. There rings a melody of love.
Oh, that's just such a good one. Speaking of the harmony it has in the song, this was always one that I loved doing with the groups. But if you can get people separating into the harmonies, it's a good one. I don't know. I may be adding this one to the a cappella hymn project that someday will happen. It's probably a pretty well-known one. I just think it's not one of the most common ones I've heard people record, but maybe I just don't listen to the right music or groups. Now, the third request. The third request. You are there, Chris. Good morning. Did you catch it all? Were you here from the beginning? The third one from last week was "Oh How He Loves You and Me," Deborah Tresnawati. And I'm gonna give this one a whirl. It's not complicated. It's almost just like one of the songbook songs, nice and short. But because the sheet music is just the melody and chords written in the letters, I still was just, I meant to do my homework. Bad boy. I didn't do any practice on it previously. So I just tried practicing it 10 minutes before the live stream. So that's kind of why I'm saying this preemptively, that I am not super familiar with this one. But we'll give it a try anyway. It's simple. It's just I'm having to try to do the chords and they don't feel completely accurate to me, to what I'm seeing, but I'll try my best. As long as I get the melody, and if you people know it, I want to lead you correctly with the right melody. So here we go.
Oh, how he loves you and me. Oh, how he loves you and me. Oops. He gave his life, what more could he give? Oh, how he loves you. Oh, how he loves me. Oh, how he loves you and me. Jesus to Calvary did go, his love for mankind to show. What he did there brought hope from despair. Oh, how he loves you. Oh, how he loves me. Oh, how he loves you and me. Oh, how he loves you. Oh, how he loves me. Oh, how he loves you and me.
I kind of added that ending repeat there, and I changed the note a little because it has it written, oh, how he loves you and me, and I went, you and me. It just seemed natural to me, apparently, but I've probably heard that type of note progression before. Well, those were those 3 requests from last week. Just thought it'd be handy. You know, at the requests that we were getting last week, couple live streams ago, I mentioned I would, sprinkle in the songbook project songs to give Keenan time to get songs ready. But it seemed like we had a few requests, and I could have just kept going with them. And on that note, so I don't know that I'll worry about the songbook songs, because if Keenan keeps things flying along here, don't really need to do those. I can just do all of your requests. And I think Heike from Switzerland had a request. Oh, he sent me some pictures from the last week. He had to leave to go out on a bike ride, and I am envious. I shouldn't envy, but if it can be in a good way, I miss the mountains. And of course, I've never been to the Swiss Alps, Swiss mountains, and I'd love to go. But I do, it does make me think of being back in British Columbia when we lived there. And sometimes we wonder as a family, why did we ever leave? Well, it's easy to say about a place you really enjoyed, but at the time, there's no, question in my mind that it was great, because we were able to get out of debt, buy a school for $1. That's a pretty good incentive. And whenever I think of some places, especially in this world, see travel videos and stuff like that, it's fun to see it, but I don't worry about it too much, or try to watch how much I long to go see new places, because heaven will be far better than the most beautiful place here. It's not my life's mission and goal to go every place on the planet. Oh, have you said where you are, Chris? We'd be neighbors? Sweet peace, gift of God's love. Oh, okay, so I can do number 2. Thank you, Keenan. Constantly abiding. That's another good one. Well, we'll see how requests go. Washington State. Okay, that's what I was going to guess. Now, let's jump over to Amazing Grace. I think I'll do it on piano. It's such a simple. Oh, let me double check what we've got here for it too. We've got 7. I think I know 7. I should have them in my memory. Don't worry about it, Keenan. That's fine. I'll just play it. I should know all of the verses. We sing it. I've sung it many times to the kids at bedtime, so should be okay. Just got to get the right key here. Just trying to think here. If I do D, I guess I don't have to use a capo, but sometimes I like it. Ooh, I don't like what capos do to some notes. Okay, let's take it away here.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart to feel, and grace my fears relieved. How precious still that grace appeared, the hour I first believed. Through many dangers, toils, and snares, I have already come. 'Tis grace that brought me safe thus far, and grace will lead me home. The Lord has promised good to me, His word my hope secures. He will my shield and portion be, as long as life endures. Yes, when this flesh and heart shall fail, and mortal life shall cease, I shall possess within the veil a life of joy and peace. The earth shall soon dissolve like snow, the sun forbear to shine, but God who called me here below will be forever mine. When we've been thousand years, bright shining as the sun. We've no less days to sing God's praise than when we first begun. We've no less days to sing God's praise than when we'd first begun.
Yeah, I enjoy that one. You know, it's one of the most famous hymns, probably. And I thought it was only made better in the last couple years when we found the 3 additional verses. I'm assuming 4 of those verses are the most familiar to people. That was new to the library, Keenan? Isn't that funny? Yeah, I'm assuming 4 of them are the most familiar to people, but yeah, the other 3 are a nice addition, I think. I'm just gonna have a little look here. I think the most tricky challenge when I first started the live stream and I was nattering away about my position here now, where I'm sitting and how things are arranged. I've got the big bay windows here. And I was just talking about how convenient it is having the daylight coming in. I don't have to worry about a light or something. But there's one inconvenience of natural lighting. You never know when clouds will come overhead and things will just go a little out of whack. So, I'm assuming Constantly Abiding was next in slot number 3, Keenan. Yeah. Oh, I have a choice here. Now, we've done Wonderful Peace before. I'm fiddling with the camera. My apologies. Still looks like it's so tough. Whoa. All of a sudden right now it changed outside. We had some blue skies and now it's kind of gotten, well, it's overcast, but it's like this brightness from the clouds. I guess the way the sun's hitting it, it can create such fun for the camera. Maybe, I often like to set settings to manual, but I don't know, maybe I should tell it to figure things out. Some of the settings, you can't really change it anyway. If I go any lower than this.
Okay, Steven, just live with it. Relax.
So yes, we've done Wonderful Peace a couple times in the past, and that reminded me of another one called Sweet Peace. The gift of God's love. So I think we have that one. I don't know if I've ever played on guitar. I'm just getting this inclination to give it a try. Although this might be a bad inclination because I gotta be sure about the melody. Did you mean to put the JPEG in our files folder, Keenan? I don't care. I just wasn't sure. Oh, that's way too high.
There comes to my heart one sweet strain, a glad and a joyous refrain. I love. Peace, peace, sweet peace, wonderful gift from above.
Ah, whoops. We're missing it on a page, but that's okay. I should know the song. Or no, I shouldn't assume I do. Oh, I'm torn now. Do I bring up the sheet music or do I bring up the words? Wonderful. Sorry, folks. I'm trying to decide here. Okay, that's easy to remember. Wonderful, wonderful peace, sweet peace, the gift of God's love. And if I don't do right, so be it. I think we've got this in slot 1. So, let's give it a whirl.
There comes to my heart one sweet...
Sorry. I was trying to err on the side of lower, but we might go 1 note higher. Let's try again.
There comes to my heart one sweet strain, a glad and a joyous refrain. I sing it again and again. Sweet peace, the gift of God's love. Peace, peace, sweet peace, wonderful gift from above. Oh, wonderful, wonderful peace, sweet peace, the gift of God's love. Through Christ on the cross peace was made. My debt by his death was all paid. No other foundation is laid for peace, the gift of God's love. Peace, peace, sweet peace, wonderful gift from above. Oh, wonderful, wonderful peace, sweet peace, the gift of God's love. When Jesus as Lord I had crowned, my heart with this peace did abound. In him the rich blessing I found, sweet peace, the gift of God's love. Peace, peace, sweet peace, wonderful gift from above. Oh, wonderful, wonderful peace, sweet peace, the gift of God's love. In Jesus for peace I abide, and as I keep close to his side, there's nothing but peace doth betide. Sweet peace, the gift of God's love. Peace, peace, sweet peace, wonderful gift from above. Oh, wonderful, wonderful peace, God's love.
Well, yes, I really enjoy that one. This one has a scripture reference on the sheet music, Isaiah 54:13. Great shall be the peace of thy children. Or how about another one from Isaiah? And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. My apologies on that last verse. I thought I'd be different and try to play the melody. And then I thought I'd play the melody and do a chord at the end of each spot. And you need to know a song better than that at my level to be able to do that. But I think I did sing it correctly still, even with my guitar mistakes. Also, I think on the second verse it says, for peace, the gift of God's love. I think I kept saying sweet peace. I caught myself on one of the hymn recordings for this coming week. Open my eyes that I may see. I didn't realize that each verse, like it starts with open my eyes that I may see, I think, and then it's open my ears that I may hear, and open my mouth. So I think it's like eyes, ears, and mouth. And the ending of each refrain has eyes, ears, and mouth, and I just kept singing open my eyes, didn't catch it till I'd finished recording. I was like, oh, I guess I gotta record again. But hey, that is why I check things before I sign it off as finished, or I try to. One moment. Okay, now, next choice, I think, is constantly abiding. Dan, you requested that. I think it's on number 3 for me, so let's bring that up and just jump right in. My brothers, sister, and I used to do this one a cappella, and really enjoyed it. Actually, what I enjoy is when you get the refrain right with the separate parts, like you got constantly abiding, Jesus is mine, and then you have the counter rhythm going there, constantly abiding, constantly abiding. It sounds really good when you get even just 4-part harmony, 4 voices, when you get them all working together. So let's do that one, shall we? And I think it's on, as I said, number 3. Sorry, 2 sharps.
There's a peace in my heart that the world never gave, a peace it cannot take away. Though the trials of life may surround like a cloud, I've a peace that has come there to stay. Constantly abiding, Jesus is mine. Constantly abiding, rapture divine. He never leaves me lonely, whispers oh so kind, I will never leave thee, Jesus is mine. All the world seemed to sing of a Savior and King, when peace sweetly came to my heart. Troubles all fled away, and my night turned to day. Blessed Blessed Jesus, how glorious thou art, constantly abiding. Jesus is mine, constantly abiding, rapture divine. He never leaves me lonely, whispers oh so kind, I will never leave thee, Jesus is mine. This treasure I have in a temple of clay, while here on his footstool I roam. But he's coming to take me some glorious day over there to my heavenly home. Constantly abiding, Jesus is mine. Constantly abiding, rapture divine. He never leaves me lonely, whispers oh so kind, I will never leave thee, Jesus is mine.
Yep. That's one I haven't done in quite a long time, actually. Some of these ones where I mentioned like the parts, you can have the melody and then you have the other parts. I'm almost not used to doing the melody because I often do the counterpart. So it's almost, oh, piano might be too high. I might be singing too soft. Let me just have a look here. Yeah, not sure if it's peaking too loud. Bear with me one moment. Yes, Bo, it is nice to have these hymns, especially about peace amidst this whole time in history right now. Yeah, unless things are... Oh, let me just switch over for a second here. Have a little look-see here. Where was that one? Whoop.
Jesus is mine, constantly abiding, wrapped.
Okay, I'm just looking at the levels here, and I could go a little softer there. On OBS, it doesn't look like I should be clipping. I'm not sure if I can alter the whole volume like zip. Nope, that didn't do it. Sorry. Okay, let's just switch back. Oh well. Maybe it's not the same for everyone. Keenan mentioned some distortion. Does it happen on even now when I'm talking? So it seems to just maybe be the piano. I have on my side, the audio interface I use is a Universal Audio Apollo Twin Mark II, and it's really neat because it has virtual effects plugins of like compressors, limiters, EQ, mic, preamps, all sorts of things. But the neat, which a lot of that's not new, virtual effects. The cool thing is it actually powers the effects live. So, for instance, I have what's called a Teletronics, I can't remember the name, LA2 compressor, which is a few $1,000s piece of hardware normally. It was a few $100s, or I don't remember how much, or it came with the device. So the actual hardware is quite expensive, but this models it. And the cool thing is, like, it helps bring the piano level, instead of having this wide dynamic range, like volume, from I can play softly, it kind of brings the soft up and squashes the high down. Having said that, unless it's squashing too much, in which case it might come across as distortion. But it's a tricky thing. It's always a tough balance between how much you balance things or not. But I really love it because doing this live stream stuff, it gives me some flexibility, more fancy controls than I would normally have just trying to record, say, from a single microphone. Also brings in more complicated messiness if you have any issues. Oh boy. The lighting outside is really doing a number today on the webcam. There's something to be said, I suppose, for lighting you can control. Or maybe I just need more automatic stuff. Number 1, Keenan has reminded me, is a moment by moment. Now I'm going to look like I'm in the dark when the lighting outside changes. Moment by moment. And that was requested by Bo. Oh, that is an interesting last name. Oh boy. Critical Veridum. Sorry, that's a tough one. Isaiah 9:6. Did I say that verse already? And his name, is that the one that speaks of Jesus' prophecy? And his name shall be called Wonderful Counselor, the Mighty God, the Everlasting Father, the Prince of Peace. I think that's one of my favorite verses. Just those titles. I mean, peace, most of all to me, is just the best, because it's like, that's something everyone in life can so often is seeking. We could create our own messes and we think we'll find the peace in ourselves. And it's like, what if you could go to someone who's called the Prince of Peace? Now, that's some hope to seek after. So, I really like that title. Moment by moment. Let's try that one. That's just a great song. I do guitar, but there's some key change things in there that are probably safer to try on piano. And that's in my number 1. From Thailand. Okay. I just love this internet stuff. You know, you see, getting people from, got Switzerland, originally Germany, and Thailand, and the USA, and I don't know if I can say Canada. I don't know if I have anyone from Canada, unless, I'm forgetting her name. She's been on a few times. She's in Calgary. She's not originally from Canada, but she'd still be in Canada. Let's bring up my files moment by moment. I'm kept in his love. Moment by moment. I think that's my number 1.
Dying with Jesus by death reckoned mine, still glory doth shine, moment by moment, O Lord, I am thine. Moment by moment I'm kept in His love. Moment by moment I've left from above. Looking to Jesus till glory doth shine. Moment by moment, O Lord, I am thine. Never a trial that He is not there, never a burden that He doth not bear, never a sorrow that He doth not share. Moment by moment I'm under His care. Moment by moment I'm kept in His love. Moment by moment I've life from above. Looking to Jesus till glory doth shine. Moment by moment, O Lord, I am thine. Never a heartache and never a groan, never a teardrop and never a moan, never a danger but there on the throne. Moment by moment He thinks of His own. Moment by moment I'm kept in His love. Moment by moment I've left from above. Looking to Jesus till glory doth shine. Moment by moment, O Lord, I am thine. Never a weakness that He doth not feel, never a sickness that He cannot heal. Moment by moment in war or in weal, Jesus, my Savior, abides with me still. Moment by moment I'm kept in His love. Moment by moment I've life from above. Looking to Jesus till glory doth shine. Moment by moment, O Lord, I am thine.
Good request. Thank you very much for that, Bo. Yeah, I really enjoy that song. All the pictures and the mentions of like the Lord knowing what we go through, being our um, intercessor. It's also reminding me of there's not the verse that's there's not temptation that He is not been through. Just that idea that He knows what it's like. He experienced it as well. We have not an high priest which cannot be touched by our infirmities, but was in all points tempted like as we are, yet without sin. Maybe that's another verse I'm thinking of. Sin can never enter there, requested by M.R. Booker. They still here? I'm just going back. This one's unknown to me. Um, I'm gonna have one. Hey, Ruth, you're from Saskatchewan. That's cool. And Jan from the Netherlands. Start writing these down. I need my little map there, and just start putting big pins on it because, I mean, don't exactly get lots of you guys watching, but it's still fun. So I'm gonna just bear with me a moment here while I have a look. Sin can never enter there. I wish I knew Spanish. That would be neat. And just, start doing a Spanish sing. Can you imagine if it had like I'm imagining almost like, the captions on some movies, switch them to a different language. It's like, oh, I'm watching live. And you flip over to the language you want, and there's the voice that, of course, I mean, it couldn't be my voice because I don't know all these other languages. So then it might sound funny because it'd be someone else's voice and they're singing away for it live. Can you imagine if it would do it live too? That would be impossible. Okay, just gonna have a little look at this hymn because it's just not familiar to me, so I'm not sure my confidence level on it. It doesn't sound impossible. I don't know if I'm playing it too fast or too slow. Oh, I was going to comment on the last one, moment by moment. That one's always an interesting one too. In the music I was reading here, like I'll have to look at my hymn book, but it seems like how the music is written. Sometimes there's variations. I'm not sure who takes liberties to change it. Having said that, sometimes I think me and my family we've taken liberties and changed the original music because there are times we'll be doing a song, and moment by moment might be one of them where we'll add the pauses differently, like moment by moment, time and is clear. I wanted to add another moment, da 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 da. I want to put some, what are they, sixteenths in there, some pauses, and they aren't actually in the music version I had. So I find it interesting when there's variations in it. And sometimes I'm not sure if I even have the right variation at all, or if it's just the way I feel that the music should flow. So it's always interesting. But the great thing about a song like this, Sin Can Never Enter There, is it's completely unknown to me. So if it's familiar to whoever requested it and I sing it differently, hey, I'm just reading the music or trying. So let's give it a whirl, shall we? And at this point, folks, this might be the last request. Hi, Aiden. This might be the last request we have queued so far. Now, I don't know if that necessarily means we need to stop right now. We're at just around an hour. You might see a little head there. There's your little head, Aiden, right there. So yeah, I don't know that this means we will stop here. We could. We don't have to do an hour and a half like often happens. But if anyone has any more requests, you can go ahead and share them too, because we're getting a little low on them. Let's go with that there. Maybe I'm seeing when I look at my feed from my iPhone when I switch over to the music, me see, it sure seems consistent. I'm almost tempted now to set up another iPhone as my webcam now. It's really cool what you can do just with a phone. If someone was ever like, how would I do a live stream or singing time like you do? And it's like, a lot of people have the resource right in their pocket already, a phone. And actually, never mind even this whole setup. If you just stuck with a guitar, you can get a pretty reasonably priced microphone. I have got a free sample from IK Multimedia, a little iRig Studio mic. HD or something, plugs right into a computer, right into an iPhone, or right into an Android phone. They're they're a good. You could be up and running with a good, better quality audio source than your built-in camera on a iPhone or any phone, and yeah, you could be set to go for a live stream too, or even recordings. There's ways to edit what you do on there, add effects. Someday I want to try to do that. Do a whole song and show as an example. I still been meaning to do this because I originally had reached out to IK Multimedia asking if they'd ever send a sample, and the fella did with this microphone. But I've always wanted to show you guys the microphone with an example of recording. I did record a couple songs with it, but I mean more like a review video to say this is a song I recorded, and okay. Keenan was just telling me that the person who requested Sin Can Never Enter there, I was playing it too fast, which I'm not surprised. Oh, look, I could turn the camera and show you. The paper guy is here. In case some of you didn't know, I also deliver a paper like a paper boy going out on my bike. It's more than anything, it's my way to get exercise 5 days a week. I could do it 6, but I kind of have control over my schedule, and I told them I'd like to have a day off so I can do other things. And the paper customers have been wonderful that way. They're just fine. They come and pick it up on that day. So yeah, I have 5 days a week I get to do a paper delivery. So it provides a little something extra for our family, but more than anything, gets me out in ways that I might not do if I didn't have that motivation. What was I saying? Yeah, I'd like to do a video showing how this microphone works, how you can use it with a phone or an iPad, and you could have a studio basically without all the fancy computer and stuff that I use. Yes, of course, the level of quality, your control is lower, not denying that. It's just neat what you can do. If people think they're hampered by their equipment, you don't have to spend that much to be able to get there. You may find the limitation then becomes yourself of your abilities or your singing ability or playing ability. That may be true, but that's also something we can learn. Whereas the technology is often something we think we just can't afford. So we shall try. Sin can never enter there. You might appear there, Aiden, in the little video, but let's try switching over to that. If I've got number 2, there we go. Remember, this is the first time for me, so
heaven is a holy place filled with glory and with grace. Sin can never enter there. All within its gates are pure, from defilement kept secure. Sin can never enter there. Sin can never enter there. Sin can never enter there. So if at the judgment bar sinful spots your soul shall mar, sin can never enter there.
okay, I might get it this time.
If you hope to dwell at last when your life on earth is past, in that moment, in that home so bright and fair, you must here be cleansed from sin, have the life of Christ within. Sin can never enter there. spots your soul shall mar. Sin can never enter there. You may live in sin below, heaven's grace refuse to know, but you cannot enter there. It will stop you at the door, bar you out forevermore. Sin can never enter there. Sin can never enter there. Sin can never enter there. So if at the judgment bar sinful spots your soul shall mar, sin can never enter there. If you cling to sin till death, when you draw your latest breath, you will sink in dark despair to the regions of the lost, thus to prove at awful cost, sin can never enter there. Sin can never enter there. Sin can never enter there. So if at the judgment bar sinful spots your soul shall mar, sin can never enter there.
Well, that didn't work out too poorly. That went pretty well. Can what, Aiden? Well, he's connected here on the iPad. He's listening to us. Maybe once we're done, we can say hi. Let's see there. Someone said hi to you there. Oh, I missed what you said there, Keenan. What did we have here? I'm paying attention now. I'm often curious after each hymn to ask, so how familiar was that to everyone? Uh-oh, another new one. Bo, you requested another one? This is your lucky day. Since we don't have as many requests, sometimes I try to keep things to, give everyone a chance. But having said that, if there isn't another request, that's okay. Now, having said that, oh, where is it hiding? The one you mentioned does not sound familiar to me either. Oh, we're going to be doing new ones, eh? Oh, well, and fancy that. The scripture references Isaiah 9:6. You mentioned that one as well, didn't you? Or maybe this is what you were thinking of. I know this melody. That is interesting. Oh, in our hymnal, it's got another title, Holy Bible Book Divine. I believe it's like Holy Bible Book Divine, precious treasure thou art mine, mine thou art to guide and guard, mine to punish or reward. I might have mixed verses up, not sure. It's been a while since I've done that one. But I memorized it, obviously. It's not the most common hymn, but that's always exciting when I know the melody. So now it's just focus on the lyrics. So let's see if we can do that. And maybe, oh, brilliant, I can zoom in. It's always exciting. Can you refresh my memory, Keenan? Which one is it on? Bing. I mean, I can just press a number, but I don't want to switch back. Thank you. Okay, number 1. Let's give this a whirl. As I say, the words are new, but I know the melody, so this should work well.
Prince of Peace, peace control my will. Bid the struggling heart be still. Bid my fears and doubting cease. Hush my spirit into peace. Thou hast bought me with thy blood, opened wide the gate to God. For peace I ask, but peace must be, Lord, in being one with thee. May thy will, not mine, be done. May thy will and mine be one. Chase these doubtings from my heart. Now thy perfect peace impart. Savior, at thy feet I fall. Thou my life, my God, my all. Let thy happy servant be one forevermore with thee.
That one felt like it should have an amen at the end. So I'll say amen. That was a good one. Amen? Yeah. Oh. So I surprised you. So I surprised you on that one. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, so that music you didn't know the music, but the words were familiar. Well, fancy that. Hey, Bo, if you have access to sheet music that were thinking of for that hymn, maybe you could share it. Generally, the easiest way would probably be, you can't share something, I don't think, in the live chat, but if you could send an email to info@thencrew.com, I'm going to type that. That's our email address. If you have access to sheet music that would be what you were familiar with for that song, Prince of Peace, Control My Will, if you can have a way to send it to me, that would be great. Or if there's a link, put it here. If you find it on a website, share it just right in the live chat. Keenan could get it, and then maybe we could try it another time with what you're familiar with. Oh, goody, there's Alana. Now, we have What a Friend We Have in Jesus from Larry from Chicago. Oh, did you say something? Yes, requested by Larry. And, oh, that's handy. Dandy. Handy dandy. I don't know. Oh, may need formatting. It looks good, if that's any consolation, Keenan. I'm not sure if the sheet music is appearing here. You know, as I was singing too, it's odd the things you think of while you're singing. It's like, why is my brain going there right now? I should be concentrating on the words. I was thinking to myself of the people from all over requesting things here today with joining me. And I was just curious how you found the channel. I'm assuming you've seen videos on the YouTube channel, Then Crew Eli. I was just curious the backstory, and but I don't know if anyone can share that in the chat, or that's kind of hard to do briefly sometimes, maybe, or maybe you just just say, yeah, I just stumbled across you, and now I see you do live streams. So I'm just going to have a quick look here. Should What a Friend sheet music be appearing in the folder, Keenan? Because I'll just wait if it should. Or I'll just copy it there if it's not appearing. It's odd. Okay. Well, I'll get it here. We're good. We're good. Oh, well, maybe we both added it. A lady I deliver the paper to and also mow her lawn, she had a little girl's bike outside her place, and I'd always been seeing it. I kept forgetting to ask her about it. She had it there because someone was supposed to come and pick it up, but just a second. There's a lot of noises going on over here as these two are trying to ride it. She's pretty small still. She's just 2, but she's been learning on her balance bikes. And so it's fun. This is probably the smallest bike we've had so far, and the chain needs oiling. It needs some work, but it'll be exciting to see if she can give it a try. I'm not too keen on the training wheels because all of our kids, we haven't had training wheel bikes at all. We have tried the balance bike method, and I think it's been great. They've all been learning their balance, and then when they jump on a bike, the balance isn't the issue. It's learning how to pedal. Although maybe a combination of all of them might not be hurt. You get your balance bike, then you try a training wheel so you can learn to pedal, because that's quite a task. Aiden just learned earlier this year for biking, and that was one of the challenges, just getting the push over with one foot, wait till it comes, then push again, because on kids' bikes you push back and you get the brake. And so there was that challenge, but now, I mean, once they get it, Aiden looks like a professional now, and he looks so comfortable, so it doesn't take long. But that was a side thing. Hey guys, Aiden, Alana, shh, I'm going to sing this song. This might be the last one for today, okay? But please don't be so loud. Okay? Quiet. Thank you. Thank you. Let's give this a whirl. What a friend we have. What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. Have we trials and temptations? Is there trouble anywhere? We should never be discouraged. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Can we find a friend so faithful, who will all our sorrows share? Jesus knows our every weakness. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Are we weak and heavy laden, cumbered with a load of care?
those despised forsake thee. Take it to the Lord in prayer. In his arms he'll take and shield thee. Thou wilt find a solace there. Blessed Savior, thou hast promised, thou wilt all our burdens bear. May we never, Lord, be bringing.
May we ever, my apologies. That didn't sound right. May we never. Let's try again.
May we ever, Lord, be bringing all to thee in earnest prayer. Soon in glory bright unclouded, there will be no need for prayer. Rapture, praise, and endless worship will be our sweet portion there.
I haven't done that one in a long time, and I have a suspicion that fourth verse is new to me. I think I'm only used to 3 verses, and that fourth one was, I really was trying to pay attention to that, so I think I said never, well, unless I corrected something I didn't even say, but it felt like I said never. I was like, whoa, that's a huge difference from we will never, Lord, rebringing, we should ever. And that was good. It just struck out to me. It struck me how good it was. That last verse. In the Sweet By and By, requested by Dylan Campbell. Hey, honey, you're on there too. Hi. Oh, how's my tea doing? Good to have ya, Dan. I was gonna stop with that one. That's a dandy one. Like I just mentioned, Sweet By and By, I think, requested by Dylan. How about we see how things go for the next hymn sing? I'm not sure if there was another one. It's kind of great to have one for next time, so Dylan and everyone, if you want to join again. I'm really not sure how things will go for the next live stream because we are planning on going to Saskatchewan to my brother's brother's place. I think from the 15th to the 19th. And therefore, since we'll kind of be busy at their place, I doubt I'll be able to do something. So, oh, that's neat to know. 9:11 p.m. there, Bo, in Thailand. So it's kind of neat that this earlier morning might give you at least, like, we're talking over in Thailand. I guess it starts creating a challenge once we get maybe Australia, New Zealand. I don't know how much farther you can go before you start getting just into the Pacific Ocean. Maybe the Philippines? I'm not sure, there are some time zones that would just be really awkward. We start getting back into late night, early morning. But early morning for me kind of just throws off something like, I guess, Hawaii or the West Coast. But hey, don't forget, folks, you can always catch this again. I know this won't be doing the usual Sunday if you all like to worship and you can't go to church yet still. And you like to worship together with me. Singing on Sunday. Don't forget, you can check it out anytime. It's going to be saved to the channel. I will try. I've been forgetful for the last few streams, but I will try to put the timestamps for the songs because for any of you who like to just start it again and so you can watch the hymns and sing along, it might be nice to just tap those timestamps and it takes you right to where those songs are, so you can just skip all of my talking. So, yes, we'll see how things go for the next one. We'll save Sweet By and By. That's a nice rousing one to start the day for the next one. It may not be happening next week, being at my brother's, but so we may save it till I get back home the next week. Have a little break there. And thank you all for being able to come my morning, whatever time it is for you, early morning, late morning, afternoon, wherever you are. May the Lord bless and keep you. And just remember, like that last song we did said, just go ahead, go back over it and sing. Memorize things, and like my wife Amber just mentioned, I need to memorize that song. That is right. These songs, if memorizing's a chore, bring it up in a song someone else has done and listen to it over and over again. You'll memorize it before you know it. Just wait, just a second. But yeah, remember, take your everything to the Lord in prayer. We may not all be able to be together. We're supposed to encourage each other, but no matter where we are, the Lord is always there, and He is the one who is our ever-present friend. Take care, everyone. Good to see you. Good to have you. Have a wonderful day. Till next time. Bye-bye.